Maintaining optimal wellness should be our top priority, yet it is often taking a back seat to our hectic schedule. So what simple steps can we take to be more proactive about our health? In the November issue of our Body and Soul magazine, we have a list of 50 steps to take. And joining me to share how easy they are to implement in your regular daily life is senior editor Terri Trespicio. Welcome.
Thank you.
So this is a good article, Terri. And I think that people will enjoy reading it and paying attention to all these things. You've brought along how many different
We picked
examples?
9, I believe, of our favorites. So starting over here with rosemary, something so simple as rosemary. There is some evidence that smelling rosemary actually increases alertness and can help your memory, your working memory. So before you're going to take a test, go
make
into
a little mustache like that. And keep it there all day long if you think your memory is failing.
Yes. It looks pretty. Keep by your desk.
Yeah.
You know, there's also, you can get a rosemary oil. This is just one example of a rosemary oil. You can just rub it on your wrist and smell it when you're trying to focus. I find it really snaps me to attention. Yeah, that's a commitment right there. You're going to smell it all day long. Next, we have black tea. Very strong black tea for when it happens, you get the runs. We'll call a spade, diarrhea.
Really?
We'll say it. Yep.
Black tea?
Yes, black tea brewed very strong, say 5 to 10 minutes. Cheers. Cheers to intestinal discomfort.
Here is to the end of intestinal discomfort.
The end. That is very dry. It's very strong. The astringents in black tea are caused by it's not pleasant, but it's medicine, right? The tannins can help dry up the mucus and also, help reduce inflammation in the bowel.
I see. Okay.
So it's not great, but don't add milk because that counters the action of the tannins.
Exactly.
Next, we have fennel seeds. Fennel seeds are a carminative, which is a really nice way to say they relieve gas, which is another nice thing we don't want to talk about, right? But it happens. So you take a half a teaspoon of those after you've had a meal.
I will give that to Francesca.
Chew them up and swallow them. And maybe to the dog. That'll help. If you're eating Brussels sprouts, you might need
Oh my God, Francesca.
Yeah.
Sometimes those French bulldogs. But true. So that's
it's a simple thing. Keep them on your dinner table.
And actually, when you leave an Indian restaurant, there are fennel seeds.
Yep, there's a blend.
Yeah,
for your breath too. It's supposed to be very good.
Mm-hmm.
The next, bilberry extract. Bilberry is a relative of the blueberry family. There is some evidence that it may help improve night vision and also help prevent macular degeneration and cataracts. So a small dose, 25 to 50 milligrams. If you're concerned about that.
So
no harm in trying.
Drink it in your water if you have a pitcher of ice water.
Bilberry jam.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Although not
as
potent, but there you go. Next, since I know you're big into dental hygiene, keeping your teeth and gums healthy. And it's surprising that we have broccoli and shiitake mushrooms here, but broccoli, while loaded with vitamin C and calcium, also been shown to be linked with lower, reduced rates of periodontal disease. So it can help your gum health as well. Another good reason to add it to your diet.
And it's good.
And it's good. I mean,
having a little pile of that next to your desk, wow, it's so good. You have to have somebody cook it for you.
Next to your desk?
Next to your desk. And you just munch on it.
That's something I'll think about, yes. Shiitake mushrooms, we've talked about them as being really immune boosting. They also help fight bacteria that causes plaque, that causes cavities. So although we don't tend to think of shiitakes for that reason, they can improve your oral health.
You just chew a raw shiitake?
Well, no, I would say just incorporate it into, we're talking about incorporating this into your diet. So soup, stir fries, anything you can use it in, know that it's doing more than just boosting immunity, which this time of year, of course, we care about.
So a lot of things that we ordinarily eat anyway are, now you'll know why they're good for you.
They're doing so many other things.
Yes, all of these things.
Next, again, of course, you can't have great dental hygiene without brushing your teeth several times a day, as many times as you can stand.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
The other thing you want to do, not just brush your teeth, brush your tongue from the way back, scrape it all the way down.
And a lot of people forget to do that. I mean,
it's probably the most important thing.
How many of you brush your tongue?
Oh, well, look at this crowd. They all do.
Very healthy. Good.
I just think if you don't brush your tongue, you don't feel actually very fresh after you brush your teeth. So you want to make sure you do that. And then, second to last here, slippery elm, which has a substance in a compound that becomes slick when it's wet. So that when you suck on these, they coat
Is that from the elm tree?
Slippery elm. I believe slippery elm is actually the name of the herb.
Oh, okay.
So that is good, especially like you if you're talking and doing some taxing your throat all day. So a good one to add to your cold and flu season. Another thing to do, and we're going to do this right
We're
now
having a demo.
is the neti pot,
Yeah,
which
how
has been
many of
used
you have
traditionally.
ever used
Has
a
anyone
neti
used a neti
pot?
pot before? I know people are afraid of it. I was afraid of it too. I was afraid I would drown right there in my bathroom. And I am going to be brave and show you that this is not hard to do or scary.
So.
Yes, it's a big moment. So we're going to take a quarter teaspoon of salt to some ideally distilled water.
Distilled,
Depends
yeah.
on what kind of water you have.
Yeah.
I honestly use tap water. And you want to stir that up,
But
please.
we don't want any bacteria in the water or too salty water.
Right, let me tell you what this does. You are flushing out your nasal passages, which, as you breathe all day, you're breathing in toxins, allergens, pollutants, all kinds of things. And
Aren't
so
you?
by
Joey Cole is walking away. Joey, come back here. Watch this.
it's actually easier than you think.
My
when you first
niece
do it,
Sophie,
it's
I have
scary,
to tell
but-
you a funny story about neti pots. My niece Sophie went to Kazakhstan to teach yoga. And who comes into the yoga studio but the president of Kazakhstan? And he asked her to teach him neti pot. So she emails me, I'm teaching the president of Pakistan how to do neti pot. And she was
Yes.
laughing because it's
It's kind of silly and weird,
Yeah.
right? Because your
Okay.
nose, I mean, it's a funny thing.
Okay.
All you have to do is put it in one nostril. Oh boy. And you tilt it, and I'm not going to talk while I do this, by the way. You tilt it, it'll run up one nostril and out the other. Ready? Here we go.
It doesn't go up into your brain, does it?
No, you tilt forward, see?
Oh, okay, that's
This is
good.
disgusting, I know.
You may have just done television history. The first live demonstration of neti potting,
Yes.
but it feels good, right?
I tell you, it's like having a good cry. You
Yeah.
feel so good after. It has that sense. I was
Yeah.
like, why does it feel familiar, yet I'm not sad? It feels like I just bawled my eyes out.
Right.
And you would repeat on the other side just for a few minutes to let it run through. I'm
Right.
telling you, it helps reduce your need
And
for allergy
especially
medication,
when
colds
you
and flu.
well, especially when you're having a cold, when you are
Yep.
full of mucus in your head, this is such a nice relief.
If you're totally blocked up, though, know that you got to tilt forward, because if it has nowhere to go that side, it's going down. So make sure you tilt forward.
And you may drown.
No, you will not drown.
And we don't want that.
I feel great already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And you look fabulous.
Thank you.
For more
So
valuable tips, pick up a copy of Body and Soul magazine.
Which is
It
now
is
dripping
a great magazine. If you don't know it, look for it. And everyone in the audience is going home with a copy. Terri, thank you very much. We'll be right back.